Hello, moms. It's Brianna. Welcome. For those of you who are new to this group, I'm so happy you are here. If you don't know who I am, I'm Brianna, and I am an empowerment coach for teen girls and young women. And I'm about to be like pretty vulnerable in this Facebook Live, but I think it's necessary. Um, so I don't have any makeup on right now, like not anything on my face. And I wanted to come on this way for a reason. Um, God, I don't know. I might cry in this Facebook Live. I don't know. So it's interesting. I want to share a little bit about my story. Um, oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Why I'm so passionate about doing this work. It's like everything to me. It means so much to me when I can help girls and young women like really step into who they are and love themselves unconditionally and just see how amazing they are. And so I don't know, I'm just feeling like a lot of shifts going on this week. I don't know for any of you who are spiritual, there's stuff going on right now with like the moon, and I apparently like I think there wasn't the way the moon is right now, from right now until like March, there's just a lot of shifts going on right now, and it's a really important time to like manifest. Like things can happen very quickly in your life, in your daughter's life. So it's just an interesting time right now. So I'm feeling it in my life. And so, one of the reasons I wanted to come on here and talk about this is okay. So, like, one thing, like me coming on here without any makeup, and I've done that before. I mean, I have done a few Facebook Lives, like when I'm at the gym, I don't have makeup. I've done a few Facebook Lives, like after yoga, I don't have makeup. But it's interesting because that I didn't used to be that way. I always had this thing where like if I would hardly ever leave the house without makeup, and I was never a person that like caked it on. Like I didn't wear a ton, but I wore enough so that I felt like I was presentable to the world. And the few times in the past that I used to go out in the world without makeup, I had this attitude, I had this energy of, don't look at me, don't look at me, because this is really ugly. And it's sad to say that because that is how I felt about myself, but it's the truth. And, from the time I was like 15-ish, I don't know the exact year, but I'm making an estimate around 15 to my early 30s, I struggled a lot with horrible acne, off and on. Sometimes it was better, sometimes it was worse. At one point in my life, I had like cystic acne, which was just like, it was just awful. I would get these like golf ball, just like, it was awful. And, for someone who I was already struggling with my self-esteem. So you throw in major acne issues for that long of a period of time. It's like that did something to me as well. And I remember certain times of my life when my skin was so bad and, I put on all this makeup so people couldn't see how bad it really was, but it wasn't enough. I did this. I put my hair like this because I didn't want people to see it. I was so embarrassed. I felt ugly. I felt gross. So it's interesting to see how far I've come with this being able to be out here, leave the house without makeup. But here's the thing, like I do that now and I don't have this attitude like, don't look at me, I'm ugly. Now I have it as like, this is me and I'm beautiful And I don't need all the makeup to make me feel that way. And it's really interesting. I wrote on this Facebook Live like how empowering it feels to not give a F. I'll say F and not say the actual word in case any of your daughters watch this, but not give an F what anyone thinks of us. That's taken me so long to get into that space. And sometimes when I thought I was there, I wasn't. Because we can say the words, oh, I don't care what people think of me. And we might actually believe that it's true. But then when someone actually comes into our life and really is taking a jab at us or saying something that isn't so nice, and then we're really tested. And it's like, how are we going to show up? I used to try to fit into this mold, this perfect little mold of who I thought I should be, how I should act, Little Miss Perfect. And that was exhausting. It was exhausting. It was a horrible way to live my life. Trying to fit some mold. The problem with trying to fit some mold is that you're not being your authentic self. This fresh face, no makeup, this is me. There's going to be people there are going to be moms that are watching this and they're going to think to themselves like, oh girl, oh, she should really put on some makeup or something like that. It's like, I don't care. I really don't. And it's interesting because I have people that make comments about how I show up on Facebook. I have people, when you put yourself out there like this, there's going to be people that are going to comment and they're going to say, I don't like the way you do this. I don't like the way you look. I don't like what you said. Even I had someone on my on the ad on Facebook to join this group. Somebody said something negative. I can't even remember exactly what she said, but it was something negative about like, oh, like you're empowering others. That's sorry. Or I don't know exactly what she said, but I was just like, interesting. But you know what I did? I just kind of did it this. I just brushed it off. I'm not letting that affect me. I think this group is really important and really valuable. And that's okay. Like if some people don't like the sound of it, then guess what? They don't have to be a part of this group. But I think that this group offers tremendous value for every single mother in this group and also for your daughters as well. So it's interesting, it's interesting how far I've come. And, I used to have people tell me all of the time, when I was younger, like, oh, you have a loud voice. I once went on a date with some guy and he said, your voice is I still remember this. He said, your voice is too loud. And then I tried to talk softer. I tried to change who I was to make other people happy, make other people approve of me. That's messed up, right? I have like my laugh is really loud, and I've had like several people tell me in the past that it's like a weird laugh. Guess what? I love my laugh. It's great. It's original. It's unique. It is, and I love it. It's interesting because I had a day yesterday. Annabelle, my dog, brings out the little girl in me. And I had just this overall sense of like freedom. And I'm still feeling it right now. I had this overall sense of freedom, like, I don't care what people think. I'm going to be me, And it was so funny because I was on the beach. It was 6:30. It was dark here. I couldn't see anything. And Annabelle and I are like, we're running towards the water. We get to the water and we just start running and I just start yelling. Like not yelling like a scary yell, but like almost like just like I'm free. And I didn't care. I didn't know if there were people that could hear me. It was pretty dark, so I couldn't really see anyone. And I was just like laughing like a schoolgirl. And it felt so good. It felt so good. And here's the thing. I didn't care if people looked at me like I was some crazy girl running on the beach with my dog. You know, I talk to my dog, like, you know, when I talk to my dog, sometimes I talk like I'm a baby. I do baby talk with my dog. Yeah, I'm proud of it. I'll admit it. It's like, there's like quirky stuff about me, right? I'm unique that way. It's like, you know, it's really something when, you know, I've done so much work on myself that I've come to a place where I like all of the quirkiness. I like all of the unique qualities about myself. And this is where this is exactly the place that is going to help your daughter so much in her life when she can get to this place of not caring what people think of her, not trying to fit in some mold of what other people want of her, of what other people like think she should be, right? What she should look like. I mean, how many of your daughters are so obsessed with, you know, feeling beautiful, and their standard of beauty is like, you know, looking at the models that are photoshopped in magazines. That's not real. But your daughters are trying to be just like that, you know? And what's that about? This work is really about, you know, coming back to ourselves. And it's a process. And it's a really interesting, I just can't explain it in any other way than it feels so freeing to not care what people think. And if any of you moms are watching this, and if you are there and you know what that feels like, then yeah, you get it. And if you don't know what that feels like, I want you to try doing this work and really trying to incorporate like this into your life, like not caring what people think of you. How many of you like can walk out of the house without makeup? Like, are you like how I used to be, where I was like, don't look at me, I'm ugly. I don't feel that way anymore. You know, I don't. So it's really interesting. I think it's interesting when we can look at ourselves in a different way, and when we can start to like admire and acknowledge all of the pieces that make who we are, and really love all those pieces, because it's not all about perfection, right? It's not about that. It's about embracing who we are fully. Yes, I have a loud laugh. Yes, I talk like a baby to my dog Annabelle. What are some of my other weird things that I can be like incredibly like goofy and silly, and sometimes my little inner child likes to come out and we just like to have fun, you know, but like all of this stuff like makes me me. And I've grown to like love her. And this is what I want for your daughters, to really just step into their true selves, whatever that may look like, and really start loving themselves from the inside out. I tried to do it the opposite. I tried to love myself from the outside in. It doesn't work that way. So I just want to leave you with that. And I think, you know, moms, when you can start practicing this and not caring so much about what other people think, you're modeling that for your daughter or daughters. And also teach your daughter that it's not so important, you know, what other people say about us, what other people think about us. It's all good. You know what matters the most is what we think of ourselves, how we see ourselves. That's everything. And it takes strength, it takes courage to have people say things about ourselves and just to be like, you know, I don't care. It takes some work to get to that place, but it can totally happen. It can totally happen. So, with that, I will leave you all with that. I hope you are all having a wonderful day, and I love all of you so much. Many blessings, lots of love. Talk to you guys later. Oh, leave a comment below, like if this resonates for you, if you learned something, if whatever you want to share. I love hearing from all of the moms in this group. So leave a comment below if you would like to. Okay. See you guys all later. Bye.